Hello, everyone who is here for our World Arts West Dance Festival webinar for 2025. We welcome you to this space. Well, thank you all for being here. We hope we can go over the application process, some of the questions in the application, and also give you an update to what World Arts West has been up to these past couple years because we've done some restructuring, some refreshing, some rebooting, and things are anew, but also building on our wonderful history. And Executive Director Ann Wong is going to talk to you for a couple minutes about our evolution over these last 6 years.
All right, welcome everybody. My name is Ann Huang, World Arts West, she, her, hers. I'm the Executive Director of World Arts West. I go over a little bit of our organization's overview and what we've been up to. Briefly about me, I've been working with World Arts West since 2015, appointed the Executive Director 2019. I am the first person of color and first cultural artist from the World Arts West community to lead this organization. I've been part of War Arts West actually for about 3 decades now. Started as a volunteer about 30 years ago, and have been part of the War Arts West cultural dance community for the last 30 years. So really, really honored to be in this position. All right, Andrea, should I share?
Yes, please.
All right. Andrea, can you can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. So I'm going to go over our program overview. Some of you have been in our festival many years. Some of you are new. I was appointed the executive director in 2019. We've undergone a very, very significant equity journey since 2019. In 2019, the organization was actually in very severe financial debt, close to being closed. We had a six-figure debt, and under my leadership, where I really place our financial solvency as our number one priority. Um, and part of it was examining the budget model in the past festival, which evolved quite a bit to be financially more responsible. Along the way, the World Arts West board and staff became majority cultural artists that reflect the diversity of our community. We did a lot of deep community listening and evolved our programs accordingly. Lastly, we have been embedding ourselves, our team members, and stakeholders in local, regional, national solidarity coalitions towards advocacy for us. Our current program pillars, this evolved after very extensive community listening. Number one, performances and events. Two, artist service programs, our fastest growing area. Three, archiving and documentation. Four, visibility and advocacy. Here's some of our beautiful team members. All right, a little bit about our program pillar number one. This is our annual festival, still happening every year. We've been having it almost every single year since 1978, which was launched as the first multicultural dance festival in the history of the United States. 2024 festival, Dance is Activism. 2025's theme is Dance, Health, and Healing, which Andrea will talk about. Our extended festival format now includes multiple weekends, performances, and communication activities, including workshops, artist dialogues, and other activities to come for 2025. We also do outside our annual festival, we also have smaller community events with value-aligned partners. In 2024, this was our first festival to center activism. This is our third year of offering festival for free. And last year was our third year of having the festival at the Presidio. It's annually now the highest attended event at the Presidio. We're intentionally trying to feature artist groups or groups that have not been on our stage for a long time. Last year, we invited the first LGBT Mexican dance group to perform on our stage, as well as other wonderful groups such as La Mezcla and Ishami Dance Company. Here's our beautiful artist group photo last year, artist dialogues. On the upper left is our photo shoot, which will be required for all of the 2025 festival performers. This was our first photo shoot at the festival performance site. Beautiful photo of Ensemble Colibri, some photo shoot with La Mezcla and Ishami Dance Company. Destiny Muhammad, wonderful harpist, performing at our festival for the first time. Program pillar number 2, artist service programs. We relaunched the physical sponsorship program in 2017. 2021, Special Artist Commission program was launched to support large scale, multi-year, really groundbreaking work by seasoned choreographers. Number 3, our Grants Accelerated program, launched in 2022. This is the annual cohort of cultural artists representing various dance companies to help them access grants funding. And last year's cohort raised over $1 million. Many are accessing grants for funding for the first time. Career pathways is the goal is about embedding in cultural artists and advocates in all kinds of careers and jobs, supporting the entire cultural arts sector. Very happy to announce in 2025, War Arts West will become a funder for the very first time through a large Wallace Foundation BIPOC Arts Initiative. Here's some of the work that we've supported through our artist service programs. There's Spoken Ahopa, Kwikakali on the upper left, Parangal in the center. Produce our first calendar, and we are encouraging everybody to make a purchase to support War Arts West. And career pathways, I talked about it. The future vision of a career pathways program is for us a fundraise to have an annual leadership / professional development program to create an intentional, regular career pipelines for cultural artists and advocates to work in the entire cultural arts sector. Here are some of the career pathways roundtable we've had so far. Program pillar number 3, archiving and documentation. The tagline is history not erased, our stories, our voices. It is likely that War Arts West has the largest collection of cultural world dance videos, photos, and program books in the United States. Last year, we digitized every single festival program book since 1978. Please sign up on our mailing list to get news about how we're going to share with you all. Last year, we got a grant to digitize 30 of the earliest festival recordings. Again, stay tuned to hear about how we're going to share with you. If you have ideas about how we can fundraise to digitize and share more videos, please let us know. Program pillar number 4, visibility and advocacy, our newest program. The goals, ensuring us, cultural artists, are represented on important local, regional, and national platforms, such as boards, arts commissions, working in philanthropy, being part of advocacy coalitions, making conference presentations, and organizing convenings. Here we are in Washington, D.C., in Sacramento, doing some advocacy. Here I am meeting with Senator Butler, Andrea, and our board member Ron in Sacramento. We published our first impact report summary on the right-hand side, which we shared with the community recently. And here we are, some more advocacy photos. Through our advocacy, we were able to help position some of the War Arts West cultural artists to receive this groundbreaking grant for Dance USA on the top left. 2025 preview, we're going to be hosting artist convenings, topics from War Arts West's very first research project, which we just wrapped up. We're instituting a tradition of a team retreat. In 2028, we're going to be celebrating our 50th anniversary. Let us know if you want to get involved. And of course, War Arts West becoming a funder for the first time. Where are we going? We're going to position the organization as a national leader in cultural arts policy, advocacy, service provider, and presenter. A lot more to say, but I'll pause right here because this is about application for the festival. All right.
Yay. Awesome. As you all can see, we have made major shifts and change to expand what it means to be part of the cultural dance community. here in the Bay Area and beyond. Thank you so much, Anne, for sharing that lovely presentation. So now we're going to move on to 2025 Festival. So I'm going to put the link to our eligibility guidelines for the festival for the application. I know the link is long, but just click it one time and it'll take you to our guidelines that are also on our front page, our homepage of our website, worldartswest.org, if you need to revisit that after this session. So the guidelines are there, and we're not going to go through all of them at this moment, just the highlights. I'm going to share my screen and make sure I'm still sharing my sound. There we are. And can you see?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So when you click on that link, this is where it should take you. This is in Canva, very beautifully laid out, if I do say so myself. So this is the full guidelines from this link. But today we're just going to address a few things so that way we have time at the end for some questions and answers. So in this document, it will have the equity statement, when and where are the auditions, what is the festival looking for, who can audition, how to apply, application fees, performance time limits, application tips, our selection process, the panel review criteria, final selection for the 2025 festival, festival artist responsibilities, festival benefits, the application form outline, giving you all the questions that'll be on the application form, and then the link to apply. So right now we're going to go to our equity statement. As part of our commitment to make the festival more equitable, these are our current policies. Once you or your group performs in the festival, you must wait at least 1 year to apply again. So for our artists who just performed in our 2024 festival, they have to wait till 2026 to apply, and so forth going forward. This year we have video auditions, no in-person auditions. These video auditions help save artists travel expenses and time capacity because we used to have those all-day performances. Sometimes that can take a lot out of people, especially our review panel, which will be the World Arts West staff this year. Criteria: your audition application will be reviewed by our staff. Yes, that's us, and myself and two other wonderful core staff members. When and where are the auditions? They're virtual. There's nothing in person this year. Only the festival and festival activities will be in person. Here's our timeline. The applications launched on January 13th. The deadline for your application is Sunday, March 17th. We will not be reviewing any applications received after Sunday, March 17th. We will then have our review process March and April. We will send out emails to artists who are selected for the final festival. We will have our photo shoot in May, and we'll make a public announcement in June. The in-person festival at the Presidio Tunnel Tops in San Francisco will be September 7th. So mark your calendars now. September 7th. That is a Sunday. In 2025, we are focused on the theme Dance as Health and Healing. And this theme emerged as we reflected on the question, what makes a healthy community? And now more than ever, we're reflecting inwards to our own community and how to keep each other healthy and safe and sane. Many artists are coming from communities with historical and current trauma. So dance classes have often served as spiritual environments, fostering intergenerational community building, providing safe spaces for immigrants and refugees, as well as avenues for cultural expression. So traditional dances are deeply rooted in spiritual practice, community practice as a whole. This festival will include our live performances on Sunday, September 7th, as well as other activities that could potentially include movement workshops, artist dialogues, etc., to be curated by the World Arts West staff. And we will also have an open pitch proposal coming soon. Shh, keep that a secret for just for a moment, but that'll be coming out very soon, where we are asking our community to pitch us ideas. So hold that in your thoughts. So this year we are looking for artists that are presenting dance forms that are rooted in cultural traditions. And that can be social dance, spiritual dance, sacred, dances from life cycles, contemporary reimaginings or fusions, because we have seen the evolution of cultural and traditional dance that have moved into adapting other dance forms. There can be fusion of contemporary dance. There can be fusion of moving from traditional to modern, moving to adding theater aspects. Lots of wonderful things can stem from multiple roots and are often influenced by the context of the presentation on our stage. We're going to jump to our artist expectations. 2025 Festival Artist Responsibilities. Those who are selected, this is what we expect from you. We will have a photo shoot in May, dates coming soon, and we will notify festival artists as soon as possible so that way all can be present and attended for on that day. Last year, we had a photo shoot on site at the Presidio Tunnel Tops, and we can say it wonderfully enhanced the photographic quality, the promotional and marketing materials that came from it. Those of you who follow us on social media, you've seen our social media manager, Noel Campos, put all together all these beautiful videos and photos that we've taken from the photo shoot. So it's really a great part of what you all gain from being part of this festival. There will be production meetings that artistic leaders will need to be a part of, whether you're a soloist or you're the director for your company. You'll be meeting with our production team to talk about technical requirements, any sound requirements, props that you may use, different details when it comes to programming our festival. You'll be required to attend at least 2 meetings and come prepared to talk about your piece, as well as any technical or musical design ideas in detail at that time. We will have a tech rehearsal the same day as the live performances on that Sunday, September 7th. It'll be early that morning before the festival in the afternoon. Please, it's an all day. It's an all day on that Sunday. So be prepared to be there all day. I can't emphasize that enough. But artists will be notified of all the technical rehearsal times that each group is mandated to be there before the contracts are signed. And we'll, hopefully no scheduling conflicts arise because we're giving these things to you early, but life be life and sometimes. So we'll be in constant communication. Benefits from being in our festival. Obviously, you'll have the performance opportunity to perform in front of a 2,000 plus audience members, and every year we have it at the Presidio. The audience just grows and grows. So there'll be audience members there, other artists, presenters, funders. We had a congressman there last year. Artists are paid for this performance in the festival. As we said earlier, you have your professional photo shoot, and you have a professionally produced video of your festival performance. And that video and images from the photo shoot will be sent to you so you can use for any other marketing for your dance companies, for your solo performance. All that is given to you as a bonus. Also, there'll be ongoing email blasts about World Arts West programs, professional workshops, community classes, funding opportunities. You'll still be in communication with us and be able to learn about all the resources that we hear about so we can keep in connection in our community, continue to build. The festival also includes visibility through an extensive marketing campaign from us and also from the Presidio itself, with local and national pitches to print, broadcast, online media, podcast, TV, website marketing, print ads in newspapers, magazines, commercial and public radio advertisements, emails to our contacts, media partners, festival brochures, lots of media coverage and visibility. And just to briefly go through the application form and make sure you keep me on time. Our application form outline. Check out Afro Urban Society. They look so cool and they're all white. Application form questions: the name of your dance company or your name as a soloist. Please make sure you include your company website and social media handle so that way we can tag you on Instagram, on Facebook, wherever we put our media. We want to make sure we shout you out and mention you so folks can find you and support you. Your artistic director's name, phone number, email, secondary contact person. Now, this part of our application is something new, uh, because we know that artistic directors can be very busy trying to run a whole company. We know that a lot of things are volunteer run. So we want to make sure that we have a secondary contact person who this person may be your assistant director, they could be a rehearsal director, admin support, whoever's your second person in charge. If you have that person, if you're not a solo artist, someone who can be your reminder, your help, your support. So that way we can all stay in communication and be timely. Also put their phone number and email. Most communication will be email, so please make sure you're checking your inbox and spam folder regularly. A lot of emails will mostly come from Andrea at worldartswest.org, but we do have other staff that could be reaching out to you as well. Has your group participated in the festival auditions before? You can say yes or no. And if yes, tell us what year you participated. We want to look back, take a look back and see what you were doing back then. Because we love to have our veterans return from folks, as Ann said, people who we haven't seen in a while, love to represent them if at all possible. There's a question there. How would you address our theme, dance as health and healing, in your presentation? Think about your cultural dance, your performance. How would you want to address that theme if it's through a certain type of movement, if it's through dances that you already know and that have already been used in the past, reformed for this particular showing, this presentation? That's a question that you want to think about, and it's a mandatory answer. We want to see a work sample. Please show us up to 5 minutes total. We're only going to watch 5 minutes total of a work sample linked to YouTube or Vimeo. YouTube or Vimeo only. We will not look at any Google Drive videos or videos from other platforms. YouTube or Vimeo only, please. And this work sample does not necessarily have to be the piece that you will present in September. We just want to get a summary. We want to get a look at who you are, what style of dance that you do, a little bit of history and background. Again, this does not have to be the work that you will present in September. This is a getting to know you, what you do. And this piece, again, we're only going to watch 5 minutes total. Please include a timestamp if you want us to watch a certain place that doesn't start at the beginning of the video. Final note: if you are a soloist under the age of 18, if you have young people that you are submitting, please submit a letter of support from you as a teacher or from their teacher. You can email the letter to me at Andrea at World Arts West, making sure you put the subject line as written here. There's the last question: just anything else we should know about you, your company, or the work that you'll present. That's any other background. If you presented something before with this similar theme of health and healing, we would love to hear about it. If you have additional materials that relate to this theme, wonderful. If you are thinking about accompanying workshops or different other smaller presentations or installations, let us know as well. If you need any further assistance or have more questions, you can email me, Andrea Spearman. I'm the Programs and Community Engagement Manager. There's my email. And you can also visit our website. All this wonderful information is again on our home page. So it's easily accessible, and we're recording today so you can watch this back. All right, where are we in time, Anne? Was that great?
You're doing really, really great. Totally, totally, totally on time. I sent you a little message
Oh, wonderful.
in the chat. Are we ready to pivot to Q&A, or you want to give some more information?
I think, oh, I'm sorry, the selection process. Yes. Let me just go back. Selection process. Oh, there's no application fees. In case that wasn't clear, it's free to apply. Yay! Because I know in the past we've had a fee, but there's no fee this year because it's virtual. Da, da, da. Oh, here we go. Selection process. Oh, look, there's Amit Patel of Ishami Dance Company. Our festival panelists, again, as I said, are the World Arts West staff. We represent diverse cultural dance backgrounds. We all have generalist backgrounds, but some of us are more clued in different ways with performance history and lived experience. Anything that we need to consult experts in, any specific genres, we will do that as needed. If there's a conflict of interest, if there's someone who applies who's part of a group, we will refrain from participating in that group's assessment as needed. So the criteria that we're looking for this year really breaks down to these points: your relationship to cultural origins, authenticity, or genre growth. As I said, traditions are ever evolving. You might have evolved into putting some contemporary dance or mixing dance styles together. That's wonderful. Love to see it. The next is artistic caliber. We want to see the stamina, the strength, the execution of the dance styles. And that's why you want to send us your best work samples. Performance production, again, part of the work samples, part of, sharing your history with us, part of answering the question, how does dance relate to health and healing? That helps us to get to know you. We're seeking underrepresented artist groups for the festival stage, those who we haven't seen before, and also, as I said before, those who it's been a while since we've seen them, or groups presenting a different culture or a different style that's within their cultural traditions. Because we know that even though folks come from one country, there's hundreds of thousands of dance styles or cultural celebrations. The last point is relationship to the 2025 theme. Yes, how is your presentation going to honor health and healing, especially during this time? The final selection will be, again, made by our staff, and we will notify all artists as soon as we can via email. So make sure you're checking your email and saving my email address so that way it doesn't go to spam or your junk drawer. And then we will also be releasing a press release to announce the roster for the festival sometime in late spring, early summer. And that is end of my portion. I think we can move to our Q&A. Let me stop sharing my screen.
Andrea, before we
Yes.
formally go to QA, and let me speak on behalf of the organization about a couple items relating
Yes,
how we
please.
solve the auditions. And I think for the Q&A portion, it's okay to it's up to you if you want to have folks on video. But let me just talk about a couple of different items. During our very in-depth community listening session last few years, that started in 2020, we heard from the community loud and clear that, the sort of the requirement from What Arts West of our community to have the piece that you're going to present completely ready. You buy all the costumes and cultural attires and come with live musicians, um, many, many months, more than 6 months before the performance, with no guarantee of getting in. Obviously, we know how costly it is to buy costumes and pay for rehearsal space. That was inherently and in it worked really great for our organization because we can see the exact piece at the auditions that we're going to present at the festival. But it was a great financial difficulties for many folks. And, we were doing these community listening sessions during the pandemic that we were watching in real time how difficult it was the financial impact and other kinds of challenges that our cultural artists were experiencing. So this is why we evolved the auditions to be virtual via video, and you don't need to have your piece completely ready. We want to see an idea of, where the company is, what kind of the caliber of your work. We may have some questions for you that will contact you, based on your applications, because we are very much looking for groups that are presenting, that are aiming to present pieces that are in relationship to dances, health, and healing. And we are very intentionally looking to present groups that have not had the opportunity to be on our stage, or have not been on our stage for a very long time in the last few years, and we're continuing to expand our own definition of cultural dance. We readily recognize that traditions are always evolving. Oftentimes, funders want to make this sort of arbitrary delineation between contemporary dance and traditional dance. We know that that dividing line is actually very fluid. Tradition has always been evolving and is continuing to evolve and will continue to evolve. Cultural is how we define culture. So look forward to all the applications. Last thing I want to say is about the review and selection prices, criteria and process. One of the main reasons we are building a majority cultural artist board and staff team is to make sure that our core team actually represents the community that we serve. So our 15-member team currently, board and staff, really is a microcosm of the community that we serve. Collectively, we have very high cultural expertise and competency in activities such as reviewing applications and being in touch with the community, as we're seeing, communities very much impacted by the evolving and volatile federal action. So we're kind of keeping a close tab on that. As we receive applications, if we feel like we need additional cultural expertise to be able to review and select artists for the festival appropriately, we will do our due diligence to reach out to those cultural experts in our community, and we take that job very seriously. So I want to just say those two things as we go into Q&A. Andrea?
Yes, thank you for recapping that. I am allowing everyone to start their videos. If you have a question,
Hi, I'm Mary Kay Stula. I'm the artistic director of Wowichania Polish Folk Ensemble in San Francisco, celebrating our 50th anniversary year this year. So 3 years older than World Arts West. Hi. And hi to my dancers and board members who are on this call. So my questions are just a couple quick ones. You mentioned about artists are paid. We assume that, but when you said artists, did you mean the ensemble, or are you now paying specific artists?
Ensemble.
Okay, thanks. You mentioned musicians. So is live music still a focus for the festival, or would we be deemed just as eligible if we're coming with recorded, high quality recorded music?
We are all applicants that have live music or not live music are eligible. For live music is not required. And we've done a lot of thinking in the last few years about how difficult it has been to audition for some groups, whether it's live music or traveling, or having your actual piece ready, for the festival, that it has to be ready more than 6 months in advance. You're not required to provide live music, and you would not be, um, uh, folks who do not provide live music are not going to be automatically discounted or score lower just because they do not have live music. Andrea, I don't know if you have anything to add to that.
no, that's it. You live and recorded are both welcome. Whichever folks are able to do, because we are in unprecedented times. We know musicians are expensive. Do what's best for you. But if you are thinking that you'll have live music, show a work sample of that. So that way we have a
Mm.
little bit of continuity of what to expect. But if it turns out you can't, that's also okay. We're flexible. We just want to get a sense of what folks have already done. Carla had her hand up. Hi, Carla Flores.
Hi. Sorry, I raised my hand, but I put it down. I put my question in the chat and I
Oh,
came in late, but I was just wondering, are you able to apply as an individual or is it only for, oh, not gross, but a group or an ensemble?
yes, soloists are welcome, duets are welcome, trios, small collectives, large collectives. We had what was the group and the largest group? Was that 2023?
You mean largest group ever?
Oh, no,
Or
no, no, just in
current?
the most current years as part of our
Yeah.
outdoor festival.
52 Tahitian dancers in 2023. Yeah.
But last year we also had a beautiful soloist in
Soloist.
Tamili.
Yeah,
We
we've
had,
had
yeah.
we've had one person, two people, five people, 52 people. We want to really show the diversity of our community.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. And Divina has a question in the chat.
Yeah, I think my question was actually just addressed. I was asking about if there's any limits to how many performers can be in one group. For a bit of context, I'm here representing Bollywood Dance Central, and it's quite exciting because with this theme, I think the kind of dance that we do at our studio does encompass a lot of different sub-styles and such, whether classical or folk or modern fusion. And so with that, a lot of our students have basically, what I guess I'm trying to say is when it comes to our presentation, if we're able to bring in multiple groups and have different groups of students all performing different styles, but as part of that one 10-minute kind of performance.
Yes, you can. We've
Yeah.
had 10-minute pieces where one group may present like 3 different pieces within that 10-minute set. Yes, it's that has been done many times before.
Awesome.
Can I answer your question, Divina?
Yes, it does. And I actually have one more question. So when it comes to our students, so we do have quite a large range of students. And of course, for this, we recognize there has to be a pretty high artistic caliber. And so we are planning on having almost like auditions and casting folks for this presentation. But of course, we do have a lot of young students who are quite talented. And so I know that for soloists, there's kind of the teacher recommendations and such for kids or teenagers under 18. Is there a different process when it comes to potentially having them as part of our group application?
For groups of children, we don't need the letter because they'll obviously be there with you. I think with soloists in the past, we just wanted to make sure that they were of a certain caliber. But when you have groups like that, and I've seen the work of Bollywood Central, you all have the artistic caliber and the stamina. It's just about making sure also that if there are with children's groups, we want to make sure that there are directors there, that they have at least one other adult chaperone if there's going to be a group contingent, just to make sure all the kids are safe and cared for if they're selected. So
Makes sense.
yeah, if it's a group like that, we don't need the letter. It's for the soloist sometimes because sometimes studios may have a lot of different students and try to send more than one soloist to us. We're just trying to make sure it's an equitable process.
Understood. Thank you so much.
And let me make an additional comment.
Mhm.
Our festival historically and currently is still fairly large in scale and size. So
Mhm.
we we want to do our part to make sure everybody stays safe and is accounted for, and we don't have any like people who are not supposed to be there entering our dressing room. So it's a lot for us to manage and navigate. So want to make sure we keep our youth and adult, everyone, safe and sound, accounted for. And definitely want to make sure our youth are, accounted for and stay safe. The next question is from Cordula.
Yes, hi, Andrea, and hi, Anne. Thank you for this webinar. Very, very informative. I had a question. We're a Himalayan and South Asian cultural arts organization. We work a lot with the Smithsonian, and we are obviously in the Washington, D.C. metro area. However,
Oh,
we are contemplating um, doing a branch in San Francisco or in the Bay Area this year and starting next year. So we probably won't apply this year. So I wanted to know, what is the rule? Do you take anybody out of state? Or if we are in state, is there a residency requirement so we could participate? Do you have anything like that?
Let me answer that, and Andrea, feel free to chime in afterwards. According to the guidelines that Andrea just shared today, if you're auditioning as a company, the company needs to have a California address. So that's our requirement. So hope like that answered your question. And you fill out, we take the applicant's word as
Right.
what it actually is, the address that you put down, but the current geographic requirement is within the state of California. I do want to say that the travel cost is paid by the artist, the company. We're not providing travel costs. And the dance company is required to be present both for the performance and also the photo shoot, which will most likely be in May. We hope to
Right.
confirm the date of the photo shoot this week, next week. So that is the requirement.
Right. So if it would not, I mean, I'm anticipating it will work out that we will have that residency covered for 2026. But if not, I fully understand that. So it would be paid by us if we were going cross country to attend all of these things. Okay, that's very good. Thank you very much. That's what I wanted to know.
Next question is from Deepa, Deepa Wita. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
hi. Hi, this is really nice and very informative. Thank you so much. I represent California Nupur Dance Academy, Kathak School in San Jose. So I had this question about the venue. Like, do you prefer any particular venue? Like a stage, should it be a stage like, a video recording from a stage or any studio? What kind of, is there any criteria for or specific thing for that?
no, I answered in the chat, but your work sample video should best represent the style or genre that you're presenting.
Okay.
If that's indoors, great. If that's outdoors, great. If it's in the studio or on a
Okay.
stage,
Okay.
just to let people know, the festival is outdoors. We do have a stage, so it's not on the grass, but we are an outdoors festival.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
And
Yeah.
let me chime in a little bit. The outdoor stage we built is fairly sizable professional, and it comes with a covering. So a lot of folks that perform outdoors and it's during the day, it's very hot. It's not going to be like that. It's a very nice situation. But we're at a national park and we are outside. So just to clarify that. Next, Mitch has a great question. What is roughly the stage size? We are currently creating an FAQ sheet, and we will add that information. Just to clarify, because this is an outdoor park, so we're not going to a theater where there's already a stage. So we actually have to rent the stage and build the stage the day before the performance. I'll look into the dimensions of the stage from last year, the year before that, and we'll put that in an FAQ sheet.
Okay. Srilata, being outdoors and being barefoot, will that be an issue? At previous festivals, artists would wear shoes to get up to the stage, and we have a section on the side of the stage where people can put their shoes or non-performance shoes, so that way they don't get dirty or people are not, walking barefoot. We don't want anybody to incur any injuries while being part of the festival.
Also, the floor will be marley floor, which dancers are used to. And one of the main reasons we make sure we have a covering of the stage is because, a lot of outdoor performances, literally, we've all been there, and that your feet are during the day on whatever floor you're on, and it's burning. It's not going to be like that. It's kind of well shielded. From the dressing room, it's a few minutes walk. So from the dressing room, you can wear your shoes to at the edge of the stage where there will be a waiting area, again, tent covered. And if you want to dance without shoes, you can leave your shoes very safely in the waiting area and then go on. But it will be marley floor and covered. So
Yes. And in that side waiting area, we have very well trained staff to monitor that area. We have monitored trained staff to get you from the dressing room up to the stage to monitor the dressing rooms. We're a well oiled group of people who are there to make sure everything runs smoothly and also that everyone feels safe, feels welcomed and resourced, and have a great time and have it be a fun time backstage as well.
yes, absolutely. Mitch also has questioned about length of the show, number of groups you're expected to invite. Most likely, the length of the show will be similar to last year. Last year's show was 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. And remember, it's a all day commitment. We only have the stage really that day because the stage is being built the day before. So expect to show the first thing in the morning, and then you're having your tech run through. Then there's lunchtime, and a tradition that we implemented a few years ago that we're now doing every year is having a little rehearsal in the courtyard, an artist group photo, and then we process together onto stage. It's been a very fun and empowering exercise for the cultural artists. We are most likely going to program about 10 to 12 groups. Some are going to be soloists, some are going to be groups. So soloists 5 minutes, groups 10 minutes. So the exact number of artists acts to be determined. So, but most likely between 10 and 12. Some of the groups, we will make a request to engage in sort of dance interactive activities with the audience. That's been hugely popular in the last couple of years. So that we'll probably have that component as well. While Andrea's doing that, if you are not signed up on the World Arts West email list, please do so. Andrea, I don't know if you can share the link for people to sign up on the World Arts West mailing list. I'm guessing everybody is, but please do so. If you haven't signed up on the mailing list, and please be on the lookout. We're going to send out an email very soon. It's a call for proposal for the community to make suggestions on the community engagement activities that would be part of the festival this year. So we're looking at most likely a 3-weekend festival like we did last year, with weekend 3 being the performances and weekend 1 being the community engagement activities that the community suggests. So please look for the email. We're looking forward to your suggestions and your participation that way. Stay tuned for funding opportunities. We're becoming a funder this year and many other opportunities to come. We will be sending out emails to invite World Arts West community members to be part of our advocacy program as we are seeing, federal money being pulled and our communities being impacted again by federal action. So please stay tuned and get engaged.
Yes. Thank you all so much for being here. Again, the guidelines to the application itself, this video recording, all on our homepage, worldartswest.org. We will try to put the video up as soon as possible. We will also be sending it out via email, via our newsletter, and on our social media page. So please share with any friends who were not able to be here today. Please continue to share out with your communities because as we said, we are looking and seeking and accepting groups from all across California. We want to expand our community as a whole.
Yes, and we all, for our new friends and our longtime friends, we love you very much. We're here to support you for the long run. Please do take care during this time. Reach out if you have any questions, and we look forward to seeing your applications.